What's up, Matt? And who's returning here? I didn't even really. Still setting up here.
Miami is kicking off.
So let's get straight to it. Who's gonna win? Is the question everybody wants to know. Okay, so I've been watching some of Christian's games, Miami, and I feel like he's a little aggressive, and I think Derek's going to be able to take advantage of that. And I think Derek is edge him out maybe by like 10 points. Oh, he looks like it. Oh! Oh, that was close.
Intended for Tyreek Hill, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So let's see. We'll see how long that goes. Derek doesn't tend to go downfield a lot. I think he's trying to back him off. I think he's trying to warn him about the the blitzing. Christian is a little blitz happy at times. It works out for him, but ooh, nice underneath route there.
Watson's pass complete to Mike Williams. That's a gain of 8. Brings up third.
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people forget that Minnesota has Mike Williams on their roster because of Tyreek. And a forced punt, 4th and 4. Let's see.
All over you. The Dolphins take over first.
Dope, we have audio? It looks like we do. Okay, you hear Matt as well, right? Ooh!
Number 37, Damian Harris, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Drew Tranquil. A 7-yard pickup.
Yes, sir.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
That's what's all right, Damon Harris. Oh, nice move by Damon Harris. Woo! He was one tackle away from going.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
So I actually just want to point out that the Dolphins are actually 7th in the league in passing and 23rd in the league in rushing. So I'm a little surprised that they're coming out here running the ball, but I guess it's a smart decision when you have a ball-hawking player like the entire Minnesota secondary, to be honest. That is really cool, man.
Damian Harris, the ball carrier. Devin White on the tackle. A 6-yard
Technical
pickup
difficulties.
brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
There we go. I'm saying play action here. Oh wow, a run, and it's there. Damian Harris is coming out strong today. This is going to be an interesting game if Miami can keep this up. I don't think Minnesota was prepared for this at all.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, Jameis Winston. Oh, with the touchdown, Devontae Adams. That is huge. He was setting that up that whole drive.
The kick is good. Makes the score Dolphins 7, Vikings nothing.
So, well, I'm going to go out here on a limb and say, forget Miami for a second. I feel like Minnesota and their coach have some big game jitters right now. Derek is no stranger to the Super Bowl, but it's been a little bit since he's been in one. Therefore, I'm going to say, if he can't get out of the system on his second offensive drive here, he might be in trouble. In the chat, Downside says, where's Maticus? Ew, you don't hear him? He's here.
Number 7, Leonard Fournette, the ball carrier. He was brought
All right, so what's going to have to happen here is Deshaun Watson's going to have to settle in. He's going to have to start planting his feet a little bit. He's going to have to start hitting some of these throws. Because, again, Miami's defense is no slouch. Miami currently... Oh. What is going on? Ooh, Sammy Watkins with the spin move. Oh, he had one man to beat, and it would have been a foot race up that left sideline.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Has he really? Let's see. So, again, what I just noticed as I look over my statistics here, it turns out that Miami actually matches up very well against the Leonard Fournette, Deshaun Watson-led Vikings. They're currently ranked 6th in rush defense. And as I say that, Fournette almost breaks one. 3 rushes for 8 yards. Fournette seems...
Adrian Amos on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
This is very true. I know he went for one there in that first drive, opening play of the game. Let's see what happens here as they line up. Oh, he was looking for Hill. He had to be looking for Hill because he got caught staring down the field.
A loss of 12 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
Yeah, and that's going to put Minnesota behind schedule here with 3rd and 15. We got to wonder, do they try and just inch up to get in field goal range? Which... Watson drops back. Oh, that's gonna be... Oh! That was a phenomenal catch by Sammy Watkins.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Another unsung hero here for the Minnesota Vikings. And you know what? That's kind of what it reminded me of as well. And again, Watkins is no slouch. He has 48 catches on the year with 855 yards. Oh! Chris. Oh, he got up. He shook it off. So, speaking of Chris Herndon, yeah, a lot of big props are going out to Chris Herndon for the game-winning touchdown last week against the Carolina Panthers, who, for a lot of people, was the Super Bowl favorite. Oh my God! Kenny Clark with Jeremy Charles, Deshaun Watson. Oh, the big man rumbles. Those were just phenomenal hands by the big man right there.
Over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Joe, do you hear him or no?
Damian Harris, the ball carrier. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Matt, say something.
Second and 10.
And we're live still here, Joe.
37-yard line.
Now you hear him?
And Gary picks up the big first down there. Dropped off to the flat by Winston.
What about
Gary's
now,
quickly.
Joe?
First and 10 at the
I'm getting note from downside that he can hear me on the stream.
Okay, sounds good.
Winston coming out of the single back set. 3 tight ends on the field, 2 to the left, 1 on the right. And a stretch play.
Damon Harrison cuts it back. Harris cuts it back inside, and we have an injury. Andrews Pete. I believe that is Miami's left tackle.
That stretch play, Joe, was made famous this season by the Washington football team and their prolific ability to run the stretch play.
Oh, that's not a stretch right there. That's stone cold facts.
I'm done. On that note, I'll talk to you guys later. Winston drops back. He sees a crossing around the middle of the field.
Oh,
And
Brandon Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk with the drag. The Arizona Orphan Special.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
All right, Miami's cooking here.
Miami's taking a long time to break the huddle. It looks like they had a communication issue between the head coach and quarterback.
Let's see. All right,
Third wide receivers run out in the field.
Out in the gun. 3 wide receivers. Sorry, 2 wide receivers. Oh, he had the
Going
tight
to the
end.
corner. And Gary catches the touchdown.
All right. We are in trouble if you're a Minnesota fan here.
Gay on for the point after.
One thing to note, though, those Minnesota Vikings have come back strong in fourth quarters.
Oh, they're feisty, all right.
A 2-touchdown lead in the first half. I don't think it's going to get the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings too worried just yet.
So, Sean Gary was a 3rd-round draft pick here by Miami. I mean, what more do you need to say? The man is 6'9".
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
They've compared him to the Mountain from Game of Thrones, Joe.
Comparatively speaking, yeah, he's pretty darn close. He's a big body guy, and he seems to be a favorite down in the red zone. He's coming on strong late in the year. He's had a couple. In week 2, he really showed his ability with 10 catches. He had 99 yards. He's got 9 touchdowns on the year, so definitely look out for him.
Watson drops back, runs for the scramble. Okuda with a clutch tackle for only a gain of 3. Think we'll see some QB spies here, Joe?
I mean, Miami would be foolish not to. From the game film, I know once Miami gets out, into a multiple possession lead, they do like to use, they favor more zone coverage, to give the secondary there some opportunities to, grab the ball and snatch it away from the offense. So we'll see what happens here. It looks like
it comes out
play right here.
Trips right.
And
Watson drops back. Look in the middle of the field.
The tight end is open. Oh, that's a slot. Tyreek
Hill.
Woo!
2 targets, no receptions for Tyreek Hill so far through the game.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
So the chat here is pointing out that if you're man enough to use or switch, you have to use or tackle. None of that sissy clicking off shit. Quote unquote.
Which fan came in to let us know that, Joe?
That came across from Dope. Tampa Bay Bucks checking
Dope
in.
Walker. His running back won Rookie of the Year this year. Watson
did?
making an adjustment at the line. Looking at Tyreek Hill on a crossing route.
Oh, here we
It's picked by
go.
Witherspoon. He's
And
going
he's
to take
going all the way.
it to the 10, the 5, and touchdown.
Momentum is firmly on Miami's side here. I really, it's going to be real hard for Miami to dig out of this hole. The good news is they still have an entire quarter left before halftime. The bad news is if they don't score before halftime, they'll be kicking back to Miami, already in a 3-possession hole.
Quick note on Akilla Witherspoon, Joe. He's had a good year playing for the Miami Dolphins, but he did tell me that he had a much better time playing for the Seattle Seahawks on last year.
Is that tampering?
Oh, it's tampering, all right. But I'm in the booth.
This is true.
We're going to need to see some chunk plays out of Minnesota if they hope to keep this competitive.
Yeah, I mean, it's very uncharacteristic of Watson to be throwing interceptions. He's got 13 on the year, 36 touchdowns. This is, Fournette, gain of 5?
See, that may answer my question I had for you, Joe, was does Minnesota continue to lean on the running game early in their possessions, or do they need to start going for big chunk plays?
I think they have to lean on the run a little bit. They at least have to, give Miami the idea that, any given play could be a run. Because if they don't, Miami's just going to sit back center field, and they're just going to start ball hawking. With a 21-point lead, they can afford to, make some mistakes and still be okay. I will say they might want to take it a little easy, though, with Tyreek Hill lurking. And Fournette with a big gain. Oh! Gang tackle.
11-yard gang by Leonard Fournette.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, Fournette is showboating after a first down and a 21-point deficit. I'm not too sure that's very smart here. I wonder if he has a TikTok as well.
Speaking of TikTok, Juju Smith-Schuster has evaporated onto the field. Watson drops back into play action.
Oh.
He's scrambling deep, and he throws it away. Now, I don't think Watson saw it, Joe, but he actually had his slot man wide open down the middle of the field.
Streaking across the field, absolutely. That's one he's going to regret. I'm not necessarily sure if he would have scored there, but that would have been a huge gain. It definitely would have changed some momentum there a little bit.
Both teams break the huddle. Watson come out of the single back set.
Miami is pressing.
3 wide receivers bunch to the right. Pressing seems to be a little bit of a ballsy move here against Tyreek Hill led off.
Absolutely.
Leonard Fournette on the carry. Jair Alexander.
I think we may be focusing a little bit too much on Minnesota's offense, and we really need to give praise to Miami's defense. They've caught some early turnovers. They're really tightening down on the big play Minnesota offense.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you definitely have to give credit where credit is due, but I still think Minnesota has some fight in them. If they could get on the board here before halftime, then they could weather the storm going into the third quarter. Anything's possible, but the more time ticks away, never mind.
Another interception, this time by Edmonds.
He just read that straight up. I'm a little surprised that he threw that.
The problem for Minnesota is that Miami has the adrenaline perk active, which if it's a pass play, it will show an exclamation point above any receiver's head on the field.
Oh, Miami with the play action, and there's a holding call, it looks like.
He's going deep to Edwards.
Oh!
And a big hit. Holding penalty against Andrews Pete. Minnesota has accepted.
That's going to back them up. You know what? I'm actually wondering if that was the right move to accept that penalty. You had 2nd and 10. You're just giving them another down to play with here. And clearly Minnesota's not able to stop the offense thus far.
The one bright spot here is that, and I retract my statement, Adams is breaking a long one. To the 30, back juke, to the 20, a spin move, to the 15, and down at the 17-yard line. Adams has taken this game over early.
42 yards after the catch on that play right there. Minnesota's seen it coming. They tried to adjust and cover it, but Adams is just too good. One of the premier receivers in the league. He's really showing Tyreek Hill up today.
Being We have an audible. I'm assuming this is going to be a run just between the guard and tackle.
Oh, there we go.
Number 37.
Gain of 2.
Harris, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. In second.
Minnesota desperately needing to stop here. Play action.
Oh,
He has a man in the corner, but he might not see him.
Oh, good throwaway. So earlier today, Matt, we had word from Jameis Winston, and we actually have it here live, his pregame speech.
Brings up third
Look
down.
at me. I'm going to pass it to corner after I say one thing. Let's go. That's a W.
Jameis Winston is eating
That's
W's.
a W. How many people want to eat a W tonight? How many eat a W tonight? Boy, come in.
Yo, I also heard that he ate that W with a side of crab legs.
Yes.
Winston drops back, 3rd and 8, hits a screen.
Oh, and Damian Harris
Harris is
just in
going
the
to
end zone.
walk into the end zone.
Is that number 2 for Damian Harris?
That is number 2.
Oh, man. This is rough.
Gay on for the point after.
Actually, I'm sorry, Joe. I was mistaken. That was number 1 of the day for Harris. Gary, Adams, Harris, and Witherspoon have all found the end zone in this first half.
This is
With
brutal.
still 5 minutes remaining.
I think Minnesota's going to have one long sustained drive here.
The Vikings take
You,
over
you have to walk away with points this half.
The chat is saying they're still waiting for Minnesota to show up to the Super Bowl. Dope throws the decoy grenade emote in the chat. All right. It's looking like.
Walks now the pistol.
Oh my God.
Almost a 4th interception by Watson in this first half.
Listen, I'm not a big proponent of this, but we might need to sit Deshaun Watson just to let him get his head together and come out in the second half.
Yo, do we have a breakdown of who their backup quarterback is?
So they have 2 on roster. They have James Morgan, never seen a snap in his life, and Blake Bortles. Blake
Almost
Bortles.
a pick.
Blake Bortles does have some playoff experience.
pass complete to Leonard Fournette. A gain
The question I have, though, Joe, is if you make the playoffs with the Jacksonville Jaguars, does it really count as making the playoffs?
No, considering Leonard Fournette was the leader of that team at that time, along with the defense. Blake Bortles kind of just kicked his feet up and was alone. Blake Bortles was the equivalent to when you do a science project in school and there's that one person who does nothing but they take credit. That was Blake Bortles.
One of our viewers coming in with a great point, Joe, and it looks like the massage chair has been opened up on the sidelines. Fournette with a sweep and stopped in the backfield for a loss of 2.
That could have been a big gain had he stopped and cut back inside. They were over pursuing there on the on the edge, trying to stop him from getting outside. He definitely could have cut back in there.
Watson lined up, 3 receivers to the left,
I'm
tight end to the right.
I'm looking for Braxton Berrios here in the flat, and that's exactly where he goes, and he gets
And it's
picked.
picked by
Oh my
Justin
God.
Simmons.
There's no one within a mile of him.
And that is the 2nd defensive touchdown of this first half.
They're asking Minnesota in chat to just stop. I don't know if they want him to forfeit. Maybe let someone sub in at this point, but it's getting ugly. This is bad. I don't know if you come back from 34 points down in the Super Bowl.
I will say that if there's one member in this league that I think has a chance to come back from 35-0 at halftime, it's Minnesota.
Fair enough. It's definitely possible. If we were ranking, head coaches by tiers, I think both of these coaches would definitely slide right into the S tier at the top of the league there.
Agreed.
It's very possible if Minnesota could literally get anything, a field goal, anything here in this half to break up some of Miami's momentum, that they could slowly inch back into this. There's still enough time left that, you know, defensively, if they get a grasp on what Miami's doing, they could come back in this game. He's gonna...
Watson going along the hill, and this looks like it could be intercepted again. Hill catches it. He's running to the 5. End zone touchdown. Much needed touchdown by Minnesota.
Do we have some life?
Tyreek Hill with a late breaking in route. Almost a post. The kick is up, and it's good. They've cut the deficit to 28 with 3 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the first half.
If there's one thing I've noticed in this game, it seems as though Derek is either hoping for Miami to be in cover 1 a lot or cover 2. He keeps throwing these. Well, he's not throwing them, but he keeps having his slot guy break deep over the middle on those post-like routes, and it just hasn't been there. That's the first time all night that it's been there. Well, actually, it's the second time. He missed the first one.
Minnesota needs a quick stop here in order to have any chance of cutting this lead down to 21 before half.
Yeah, I mean, look, the comeback plan is simple. Step 1, score. Step 2, keep scoring. Repeat. That's it. We are looking at an all-out blitz here. I wonder if this is going to be a mistake, and it looks like it was. Oh, where might have a block in the back.
Flag.
Oh,
against the Dolphins, holding 10-yard penalty. Wow, that is a back-breaking penalty to start this drive.
That was, oh my God. You know what? That's in favor of Minnesota. Yeah, the gain, you know, it's a little deflating that the running back was able to break free like that, but it was called back, and now they have a second chance at first down. And it's a draw play, and they stop it at the line.
Quick word from our sponsors, Joe. This game is brought to you by NFL 2K. It's in the game. Back to our game. I'm also hearing that Miami does not sleep, Joe.
I'm also hearing that, too. Oh, what do we got? Oh, ho, ho!
And Adams catches it.
Devontae Adams is just too good. In the middle of 3 Minnesota defenders, he was able to just kind of sit that down perfectly. And Jameis Winston, who historically has not been the most accurate quarterback, is throwing dots today. Oh, and we have a stretch play. Oh, and he has a gain of about 4. Oh, he has a gain of 7.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So we're coming up here on the 2-minute warning, and we'll see what Minnesota's really made of here. If they can get the ball back and make this, you know, a 25-point game minimum, you know, if they can kick a field goal, that's, you know, it's not a lot, but it'd be beneficial to them. It's about scratching and clawing your way back into this.
Absolutely. Rome wasn't built in a day, Joe.
I'm sorry?
Get ready. Rome wasn't built in a day. Absolutely. Scratch and crawl your way back into this.
Absolutely.
Everyone get ready for our halftime show. Justin Bieber. Jameis Winston comes out of the shotgun.
Oh, we have a... Oh, big stop!
And it stopped.
Are we going to burn a timeout here? We're not. I wonder if Miami might be so caught up in this moment, they might not even be paying attention that they could just drain 30 seconds off of this clock here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they come out and snap this quickly, or... I'm going to look for Gray here. It's Gray or Adams for me. Sorry, Gary.
Here we go, D, get off the field. 49's the mic.
Oh, okay. He's taking notice of the clock, it looks like. He's paying attention.
While we're waiting, we did hear that the head coach of the Miami Dolphins has dedicated this game to his mother, Holly Fox.
Oh, my God. I quit. Oh, big
And
stop!
a big pass deflection, Joe.
All right, so we have 3 timeouts. Minnesota's getting the ball back. It's balls to the wall here. You know, they don't get the ball at halftime. So that needs to be a key point here. Oh, and Tyreek Hill gets out of there, only for a short gain.
He almost broke that one.
He did.
Minute 12 left on the clock. Watson in the huddle. We're hearing that they're going to go with a strong vertical game in these 2-minute situations. But is that the right move? Should they be looking more towards the sidelines and short drop-offs just to try to gain some rhythm? They haven't had to this
I'm
first
looking
half.
for Leonard Fournette here. I think he's going to try and inch down the field, rightfully so. Oh, he's running!
And Watson runs.
And he slides.
First down.
All right, we got to get in a hurry-up offense here. We're in the 2-minute drill. We got 50 coming up on 50 seconds here. Let's see what happens with Watkins here. I think Watkins is the play.
Watson up the left,
And there we
Watkins
go.
up the left.
And a pick.
And an interception by Diggs.
Oh, if Diggs returns this game is
He's
over.
running it back.
Wow.
Tyreek Hill made a game-saving tackle as one more touchdown might have put this completely out of reach.
And you know what? Miami could sit on this ball here for 38 seconds and just bring it to half, but I think they're going to go for the kill shot.
Risk reward, Joe, as they also get the ball after halftime.
Exactly. If you can even get a field goal here, that's just furthering your percentages of winning. Oh my God.
And Gary breaks one tackle but takes a big hit.
This man is an absolute animal.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
I gotta
He said
be
he likes
honest.
to model his game after Shannon Sharp, Joe.
I can see that, and he's a big guy. He's not the fastest, but he's got some wiggle to him. He's able to break free on a lot of these routes here, and he's just so big. Oh, Devin White with the tackle in the backfield, but is it too little too late for Minnesota to be making these types of plays? 18 seconds on the clock. And we have a stretch play. Devin
And another
White.
big hit by White.
Let me tell you something. If there's one player here on defense who was absolutely game, it is Devin White. Devin White has a never say die attitude. He's coming out here. He's making these hits. He's trying to will his team back into this game. Let's see if it happens. It's probably going to hold them to a field goal here. He's actually going to run a play. Wow. He might. I don't know if he's trying to center the ball or what.
I think we're going to see some play action here.
I wouldn't be surprised, but
And a run play.
that's a little surprising. For that, you could have just taken a shot to the end zone.
At the 33-yard line, they're looking at a 50-yard field goal on the dot. Gay has the leg. It's up, and it's good. We go to halftime with a 38-7 Super Bowl. This halftime report is going to be brought to you from Dope Walker's Hot Sauce. It's hot fire. It's real hot. Joe?
Well, we're coming out here in the second half, and boy, it's been ugly. But Minnesota's done some things well, but every drive has ended. They've punted once. Every drive they've had has ended in a turnover, aside from the one scoring drive they had. And
Drop the play, which is very uncharacteristic of this Minnesota offense.
Yeah, and it's all on Deshaun Watson's shoulders. He's thrown 5 interceptions at this point. That's disabilitating. You can't come back from something like that. But they're gonna try to. We're gonna just look for Miami to salt this away here.
Up the middle for a gain of nothing. Stopped at the line. So, Joe, 31-point deficit. On the defense, are you really going after trying to stop the run game here, or are you trying to stop the bleeding on these large chunk plays if you're Minnesota?
I mean, for first down at least, you want to kind of put them behind schedule, I feel, and you definitely want to play the run.
Wide receiver reverse on the play. Brandon Ayuk. Can he outrun Tranquil? He does it.
Oh, it's a first down though. And this is one thing that Minnesota has to look out for here. These plays, they're big chunks, like you said, and they're just running the ball and they're gaining big yards. So they need to figure out a way to stop this bleeding. They need a turnover, maybe a tip pass, a strip sack.
I'm kind of surprised to not see the head coach really doing some coaching adjustments to stripping the ball or hard hitting hit sticks.
Yeah, I mean,
you'd think. Go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
No, Damian Harris is a good back, but he's not that big. I could see him dropping putting a couple balls on the ground here. although he does have 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns, you know, no one's invincible here.
Number 26 is the ball carrier.
Oh, another quick word from our sponsors. Get downsides chocolate drops. Get them while they last. All right,
Whatever.
as you see,
Whatever
Minnesota
that means.
ears must have been burning as he is changing his ball in air to balance, strip ball to balance. Okay, so a lot of nothing to report from my end.
49's a mic. 49's a mic.
Gary with the reception looks to be about a yard and a half short. Call it 2 yards. And we're getting an uncharacteristic punt from the Dolphins offense this
So,
Super Bowl.
I do just want to point out that Damian Harris only has 2 fumbles on the entire season. And he has, I believe, let's see. He has 261 rushing attempts. So, here we go, milking the clock away. This is now a game of time. Miami with the punt. It looks like a coffin kick. And Tyreek Hill's able to field
Hill
it.
may have some room to field this.
Oh, he runs right into a Miami defender. They played that very well.
Hill on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Miami in the regular season ended the year, you know, on an 11-game win streak. So that's another thing here, including his 2 playoff wins. So this is a very Tyreek Hill.
Gain of 18 on the throw. Come up with another first and 10 from the 29-yard line.
So something that I noticed there is instead of trying to avoid the tackler, Tyreek Hill is one of the most agile players in the league. I'm not sure why he tried to take that cornerback on heads up. I don't know if it's frustration or what, but his head is not in this game.
Miami coming out in a cover 2. Amos deep against Watson.
He had Tyreek Hill wide open.
Watson on the keeper.
Looks like Tyreek Hill and DK Metcalf were on the sidelines getting upset at their quarterbacks. Russell Wilson isn't even playing in this game. Oh, sorry. That appears to be the shell of Russell Wilson.
Oof. What do we got here? Minnesota out in the gun once again. Looks
Empty
like
back set.
Looks like they're going to try and work this post route. Tyreek Hill just has no room.
Woo! What a hit.
That's good. For our Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Watson coming out in no back set. Reading the defense. Throws it short to Herndon on a quick 3-yard catch.
That was a dangerous throw right there.
It's a pickup of 3.
He has balls, Joe. He has balls.
Dope is pointing out in the chat that if you allow Miami to run nickel sets, it's not conducive for your offense here. I really don't believe that. Broke a tackle and he's tackled for a gain of 0.
Oh, word coming down from the commissioner. We will be contacting the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. They have to stay in goal line formation the rest of this game.
Yeah, I mean, responding to the chat, Miami's defense is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, what else can you say about it, right?
Watson with a man right in the middle.
Can Mike Williams get it? Oh, sideline catch.
I did hear that Mike Williams showed up to Gary's Irish dancing class to work on his toe tapping results.
This was a phenomenal grab by Mike Williams. Someone who you kind of forgot he was in this game. Look at the toe drag right there. Toe drag swag, as they would call it. That's a nice game, but let's see if they can capitalize on it. Again, it remains to be seen. They've been in the red zone a handful of times here and have done absolutely nothing. Oh, my God. Watkins!
Watkins catches it at the 9-yard line.
Let's go, Sammy Watkins. And again, in these situations, you want to be unbiased and you don't want to root for anyone. But I mean, let's at least see a good game here. Let's see a good comeback.
Absolutely. What do you think's coming here, Joe? Are you playing it conservative with a run, or
I think
are
he's
they
going to look for
concede?
Watkins. And he's... Oh, Mike Williams with the touchdown! Oh, he stopped at the 1.
They're calling him down at the 1 yard line, Joe.
That is heavy. Oh, my God. Well, I'm going to... This is going to be an all-out blitz. I might try and run a run-pass option here. I don't know about... Oh, Miami whiffs.
Minnesota lining up for the extra point, trying to make this a 24-point game.
That was big. Oh!
Almost blocked.
That was dangerous. Listen, it's not impossible if he can get a stop here and try and get back into this game.
Joe, do we have time for one more word from our sponsors?
We have plenty of time for that.
This one is brought to you by Holly Fox's Ouija boards. You'll find the spirit in you.
So, you have to kind of wonder, moving forward, what Minnesota is going to end up doing. It's a 24-point game. You know, if they hit a couple touchdowns, obviously, and then get 3 2-point conversions, they could be right back in this game. But that seems very unlikely given Miami's bend but don't break defense here.
The ball carried by number 26. Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Was there any word coming out of the Philadelphia camp, what they're looking to do next offseason?
To my understanding, Philadelphia, and we have a draw play here. Okay, tackles in the backfield. Philly has some a vendetta within their division. I think them and the New York Giants are going to be neck and neck the entire year. I think with their new quarterback, Mitchell Dunn, I think they found a new direction, and I think they're going to start to address some defensive needs in the draft. I mean, they have a stacked offense. Oh, Ayuk. Winston to Ayuk, not on the same page. We have a punt here.
You know, even if he would have gotten his hands on that ball, I think they would have slipped off. He was using Dope's wet wipes. When you can't come in her, come on her. And the punt's going out to Tyreek Hill. He catches it, and a big hit stick at the 30 yard.
That was dangerous, Matt.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
He was lucky to hang on to that ball.
Chad is asking me to talk about Josh Allen. You know, he's a quarterback, and there's that. Oh, my God!
Oh!
What is he doing? Trying to play cat and mouse with Miami is not going to help you come back in the Super Bowl. I can tell you that.
With his second interception, Edmonds may have wrapped up this MVP for himself.
It's quite possible. I mean, it would be him or Devontae, pending that Damian Harris doesn't push in for another touchdown on this drive. Which it looks like he's going to do.
He breaks it. 10. 15-yard gain.
Damian Harris has 17 rushes on the year. You know, Matt, the most rushing he's had this year, most rushing attempts, is, I believe it's only 22. And he's coming up on that.
He's picking a big game to get a career high.
Absolutely.
Harris with the counter, gain of 3.
Carries, 60 yards. Yeah, so week 16 against Seattle, Damian Harris had 22 rushes for 68 yards. And, you know, actually, he had a fumble in that game as well. So, like I said, it's definitely possible. Maybe it's a fatigue thing. Maybe Damian Harris is not an every down back. Let's see. Oh, and as I say that, he breaks free for another first down. Might be inches. First down.
If I remember correctly, Joe, that fumble in that game was also returned for a very amazing touchdown. led by a great head coach on the other sidelines. Winston going back into the shotgun. Harris lined up next to him to his right. And that's the end of the third quarter.
All right. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's looking like Miami has pretty much wrapped this one up here. I cannot see a way how they come back. I just is there a path to victory for Minnesota or even to make this a game?
I think it would take a big fumble return for a touchdown, interception return for a touchdown, something to spark it. You're not going to be able just to run your normal offense the rest of this game and still come back from this deficit. Yeah,
and again, Minnesota's bread and butter here. Ooh, big stop by Devin White again. Devin White, let me tell you something. If there was an MVP candidate for the losing team, it would have to be Devin White. Devin White is playing his heart out. This man does not want to go home without a ring today, and it's really showing. He's living it all out there on the field.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of jokes from the fans today about how Minnesota didn't come to this game woken up, but Devin White has just come out as a man on fire.
Oh, my God, and another first down for Miami. Oh, inches. They spot him short, but at the 5-yard line.
Questionable spot on that one.
The ball clearly looked like it broke the plane. Maybe even the refs are trying to give some charity here to Minnesota. Who knows? Ooh!
And he's down at the 2-yard line, it looks to be.
And we are in uncharted territory here for Damian Harris. 22 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Again, this is going to be the game where he has, at least it appears, the most carries that he's had all year under Coach Christian in Miami.
Hawks.
Yeah,
He has fresh legs. I know that he may not have all of the rushing stats some of these top running backs have in terms of 2,000 yards, but he's bringing fresh legs into the Super Bowl, which obviously is paying dividends. Looks like Savage coming on the safety blitz.
They committed to stopping the run there, and it definitely worked out. But you're playing with fire because don't forget we have a 6'9" tight end lurking in the shadows there. You don't want to get hit over the top.
We're going to have to check with our officiating statistician, Dope Walker, about whether or not those players were glitching on that run commit there. We'll get back to you on that one.
Oh, and
Harris up the middle. He's not showing that burst he showed earlier in the possession.
He's not. He's looking a little fatigued here, but, we're down the home stretch here. All he has to do is just fall forward at this point. If he falls, I would even consider going for it on 4th down here just to really put the nail in the coffin. Like you said earlier, Minnesota is no stranger to making a comeback.
Word from our statistician, Dope has cleared him on the run committing glitch. I didn't think it was there, but I just wanted to be sure.
Oh, so we called into New York and New York confirmed? Okay, perfect.
Damian
Harris. And again, he's falling forward for a yard. I would consider going for it here, but I guess a field goal, pushes it to a 27-point game.
Moves it from a 3-possession with 2-point conversions to a 4-possession game. And the field goal is good, 41-14, inverse.
So I stand corrected. I forgot OGPN headquarters is apparently in Memphis. And, that's where Dope is stationed, watching the game with our many analysts. Franken-Gary? Yeah, that's a good nickname for that man. Standing at 6'9". The guy is probably he's most likely to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl and then go, put up a double-double in the NBA.
There will be a question to our chat about whether or not they would like us to continue with these. And there's a quick drop off to Herndon. Quick question to the chat about whether or not they like the new commentary team, or if they want to stick with the classic team going forward. Selfishly, I think that we do a much better job.
Yeah, I believe so too. You guys will be getting a survey email to you. Let us know what we can improve on. Oh, and Deshaun Watson, shades of last week's game-winning play to Chris Herndon, but he's not able to connect with anybody there, headed towards the right sideline. I mean, this about does it. If they can't score here, it's just over. It was a good run for Minnesota, but Miami.
If they don't score this drive, they might not get the ball.
Oh!
Dangerous throw by
It
Watson.
is never a good thing when the closest person to the ball in the air is a defender. Luckily, it fell just short of Miami's corner there.
You know, Joe, we're breaking the action. Did you have a good Christmas?
Oh, yeah, I can't complain. You know, I had a little break. We come back, we do the Super Bowl today. I'm well rested. I'm ready to go. Chris Herndon. Oh, my God.
Oh, almost intercepted.
Intended for Chris Herndon. Incomplete.
I will
Adrian
say
Amos
this.
on the breakup.
I think Minnesota's going to come back strong next year. They're going to continue to be a quality opponent to everyone they go against. They're going to be a contender. You know, if you look at the Broncos, when they lost their big blowout Super Bowl to the Seahawks, they did come back and win the Super Bowl the next year. So you can't rule out Minnesota going forward after this display.
And, you know, it's good that you bring that up. Again, I think this is potentially a matchup situation, you know, similar to the Seahawks and the Broncos. Just Seattle's defense was too good. It was overwhelming. And then the next year they come back and they're able to, you know, beat up on the Panthers a little bit. Watson looking to run here. Let's see if he directs his receivers downfield. He doesn't. He tries to, but he steps out of bounds. Oh, he got back to the line of scrimmage. I guess that's a positive there.
Against this stifling Dolphins defense, there's just nothing you can do downfield.
They are
It's-
absolutely suffocating. This is tough. Damian Harris just all day today. 26 rushes for 81 yards.
For those of you still watching this Super Bowl, quick question for you. Who can name off the top of their head the matchup in the first Super Bowl of this AEFL Madden cycle?
What was that question again?
Who was the first matchup in the Super Bowl? This is a question for our viewers.
Of this cycle?
Of this cycle.
Hold on, we have a counter question. It was New England versus Washington. Dope comes in with the answer. We have a question for me. How will NY dominate their division? Simple, they won't. Philadelphia exists. I think Philadelphia is going to be the favorite heading into the season, as long as they can address some defensive needs. Jadeveon Clowney is getting older, but he's still a good veteran presence. I believe on the offensive side, they're mutually agreeing to part ways with Antonio Brown, and who knows what's going to happen with him. He might end up retiring. If not, he'll find a new team for a year. He does owe Las Vegas back all that money for forcing his way out of Las Vegas there, and he does have to pay back that guaranteed money still. And we might see Antonio Brown play until he's about 45, recouping that money. But that being said, they have DK Metcalf, they have Marquise Brown, they have a good young tight end that they traded for from Kansas City, and Mitchell Dunn looks every part of a franchise quarterback. Let's see if in year 2 he can step up.
Miami going for it on fourth down, and they're stopped.
That was the attempt to put the nail in the coffin there, but I mean, at 41-14, do you really
Joe,
need a final nail?
don't call it a comeback.
With the big fourth down stop, whoever has 1 and 4 in the Super Bowl boxes this year is definitely gonna, come up
They're
real
cleaning
big.
up.
Yeah, as long as the score stays the same here.
We still have 2 minutes left in the Super Bowl. If we have any other questions for, Commissioner Joe or I, please put them into the chat.
Maybe we should consider that next year. Maybe we should do Super Bowl boxes. We could do like $5 Super Bowl boxes for the league.
That'd be fun.
I think that would be interesting, no?
Just got to make sure no one that's in the game is able to buy any boxes. So we'll see some first down field goals. Watson drops back off play.
Tyreek Hill! He got bumped a little deep there, and he drops it.
He could not catch that like COVID, Joe.
on a day. He wishes that ball was as contagious as COVID, I'll tell you that. On a day where Deshaun Watson cannot just put anything together, completing 50% of his, actually a little under 50% of his passes, Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, wow.
This game is just over. Is that Kenny Clark again?
That was Kenny Clark catching Leonard Fournette from behind.
This man is having himself a game of a lifetime. He wants a Super Bowl ring. He is hungry, and he just feasted on Leonard Fournette.
The coach did come out and say this week that Kenny Clark is his new X Factor.
Oh, Mike Williams with the grab.
Mike Williams.
This could go for a touchdown, but even so, too little too late. And again, Mike Williams showboating. I just don't get it, man. We're here in a 4-possession game, and you're showboating. I wonder if Coach Beatus is going to have a word with him after the game.
Play action rolling out right.
Oh, Tyreek Hill.
He's running for it. Watson looking like he's going to be a little bit sore after this game. He might need to get a couple massages in. He's like the coach is cycling through some plays on the sideline. 2 wide receivers on the right. Hill split out left. And we have a run by Fournette up the middle. Did he get it? Did he get it, Joe?
I don't know what Minnesota's doing here. They're just, at this point, they're just padding stats. There's one thing we can guarantee at this point. Deshaun Watson is not going to Disney World. Whether that be because he loses the Super Bowl or because he has so many sexual assault cases open. But Mickey Mouse, the House of Mouse is not open for Deshaun. Not this year.
Could be the last play of the game. Watson drops back, rolls out left.
He better let that go. Oof.
And it's stopped. Turnover on downs. And we have a Super Bowl champion, Joe. We hope that they don't skip the post-game festivities.
I agree.
Who's your pick for MVP, Joe?
It's got to be who?
Edmonds or Adams?
It's got to be
maybe
Edmonds.
Harris.
I think it's Edmonds.
And they've done it.
And Miami floods the field.
Christian Fox is tearing up on the sideline in memory of his mother. We did this for Holly, he said.
Jameis Winston is in disbelief that he's actually going to get his W and eat it too tonight. Deshaun Watson just a real class act, showing love to Jameis Winston, congratulating him. Let's see who the MVP is here. They're presenting the Lombardi Trophy.
And as we see Stock Man walking forward with the trophy, who does he hand it off to? Is that a Kilo Witherspoon I'm seeing, Joe? Or is that Jameis Winston? Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston eating the Dubs and the MVP. Let's see it.
This game, huge deficit early. Miami came out with their foot on the gas pedal, and they just never let up.
And I also just want to point out that, after Jameis Winston had his LASIK eye surgery, this man is throwing lasers. Like I said, 38 touchdowns on the year to 13 interceptions. This man earned it. Oh, man. And I guess that'll do it here for the Super Bowl. A 41-14 final. Matt, do you have any closing words here for the league?
They should have come out with more than 2 wide receivers. That's all they had. Was 2 wide receivers that came out in the field today, and
that's it. That's all they had.
That's it. That's all they had. That's all they had.
Oh man,
Joe, thanks for having me. This was a blast. I look forward to joining you for next year's Super Bowl. I'm predicting a Philadelphia-Seattle NFC Championship with Seattle coming out on top.
Oh, you know what? That's not a bad call, but we'll see what happens. All right, guys. With that being said, signing off. Joe and Matt. We'll see you next year, guys.